Hello, everybody, to a new episode of Love, Live, Lead. Just a moment. Let me see if I can make this bigger for me. Yes. Okay. So, welcome to Love, Live, Lead. For those who don't know me, my name is Natasha, and Love, Live, Lead is about loving from your pure open heart. It is living your highest, most expanded life, your most miraculous, beautiful life. And leading is as you open your heart and you live your highest expression, you are naturally becoming a leader for others. And so today I want to talk about the new potentials that are opening up for us, how to access them, and share some whale wisdom with you. And that is what I want to start with. Whew! It's the first time I'm sharing this in a video. I have lately started connecting to whale and ocean wisdom much stronger. And this is a channeling of the whales, which I received completely unexpectedly. I was actually doing something on the computer and I had a picture of a whale open. And suddenly I felt like drawn into that picture and I just started getting all the information. And so I would love to read this to you because this is something which is so dear to my heart and it was so touching and so beautiful. And I hope you're going to enjoy this. Oh, by the way, okay, can you see me well? I guess so. Your power. Your power is in beingness. Your power is in calm. Your power is in peace. Your power is in neutrality. When you're fully centered in your body and you're calm, in your expansion, in your love, in your peace, in your peacefulness, and you create peace within, that is your power. Then you're gliding through the waters of creation, fully being part of this creation. You are not separate. You are one with the ocean. You are one with all that is. You have to become the ocean. You have to become the ocean by being you. Yes, you are these peaceful beings swimming through the vast oceans of the earth. We are the keepers of wisdom. We are the peacemakers through our voices. The whole range of creation flows through us. We don't judge. You've been fishing us. You've been killing us. We don't judge. We are patient, waiting for you to transition into the higher state of consciousness that we are holding for you. It might seem crazy, senseless, insane from a point of view that is dualistic. Why wouldn't we defend ourselves? And sometimes we do. But our spirit is calm. Our spirit is peace. Our spirit is here. Our spirit is love, peace. Yet from a higher dimensional consciousness, we have decided to come here and to path the way forward. To path the way forward for you to ascend and awaken. We know that the only way to create peace is to be peace. So we are holding space. We are singing, creating frequency through our voices, through our songs, through our clicks, purifying the very fabric you are made from, the earth is made from, creation is made from. The ocean is where all life has come forth on your planet. Even though it is not the only form of life, but it does carry creation, the signature of the creatrix of life. That which is giving life is the water. That's why we live in the water. You do not need to make peace with us through guilt or shame. It won't save a whale. You're only creating more of it. Stop shaming each other. Even the whalers, even the whalers. Hear us out. Forgive. If you want to help us create a better world, if you want to create a world of peace and harmony and joy, your hearts need to be pure, free from grudge, grief, judgment. Some of you feel called to fight for the oceans, and that is okay. Just remember, whatever you do, do it from love, not against anyone else. We are way showers for you. When we humpback whales give birth to a calf, you are touched, deeply touched, your hearts open. And you feel our presence. You get softer. You're in awe. You can feel our vibration. You can feel our frequency. That's what we are here for. To remind you of your own peace and love and gentleness and power. Your power lies in your heart. Your power lies in your heart. If you want to help the oceans, come together. Come together in sacred co-creation. Come together from love. Sure, clean the beaches. Sure, refrain from using plastic. Sure, change the way you live. But come from love. Do not underestimate the power of an amplified energy that comes from a group. From many of you joining in singing, loving, dancing, sharing the love. Sharing your highest frequencies and creating a much larger field of love. You can join in with our frequencies. You can join in and connect water and land in miraculous ways. Because deep in your hearts, you feel that we are all one, from the smallest and to the greatest whale, including the plant kingdom and all of humanity. We are not separate, and you are not separate. We're all one. Remember. Remember love, and you remember who you are. We are here. We are here for you. We are here with you. We love you. We love you. We love you. So that was the transmission that came through. And I was so touched when that came through. I was crying tears. It was so sincere and so from the heart. And so the whales do remind us of our power and the power of our hearts. And the power that lies in our hearts. And so when we are thinking of all these new frequencies and new possibilities and new potential coming in for us, to be explored, to be created with, to be shared, they do remind us that in these new frequencies, we can play when we are coming from the heart, and to open our hearts. And all that we want to create already exists in a way, because as we know how creation works, on a quantum level, whatever you focus on starts birthing into existence, right? There's the double slit experiment which showed that a particle is actually a wave of probabilities, and the moment it's observed, it becomes a particle. So everything in our reality is birthed into reality through consciousness. And just like we focus things into existence, we do that through our hearts if we want to connect to the highest consciousness of creation. The heart is a portal through which we can access highest consciousness. And I'd love to share a beautiful quote for you, and most of you might know this. It's a quote that's with me for, I think, 20, 30 years, I don't know. It's from The Little Prince, if you're familiar with that. It's Antoine de Saint-Exupéry who wrote that book. And it says, let me check that I'm getting that right. It is only through the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eyes. And so there's so much truth in this, far more. And we can truly see through the heart. It's something that you can only experience. Of course, there is not an eye in your heart. But when we go into our heart and start connecting with that higher consciousness, we can truly see through our heart that which is our highest truth. And if these words don't make much sense to your mind, don't worry about it. Just have the intention to listen with your heart. It's just as the heart can see, that's how the heart can hear. And your heart knows the truth. If it resonates with the words from the whales that I shared, if it resonates with what I'm sharing, then you will get that through your heart, right? And as we want to create in these higher vibrations and access 0 point or the quantum field or free energy or whatever you want to call it, it's that field of consciousness which creates and connects all things. We access that through our heart and through being in the frequencies and the vibrations of love, joy, peace, compassion, forgiveness. And with forgiveness, we even get to that place where there's nothing to forgive. Because when we truly see from the heart, we see from love, and there is nothing to forgive anymore. Because everything comes from love. But we don't need to worry about whether we can get there or not. Just like the intention to open our hearts to be in love as much as we can. That is what helps us create these new and access the new potential and new energies that are coming in. Because they are of higher vibrations, they are of new earth, they are of new creation, which is here for us to access. But we cannot access them if we are residing in grief or anger or frustration or lack or fear or any of these what's called lower vibrational frequencies. And so we are invited to really be that change before we can really create, that full range of new earth. But we're all on the way. And it's not that you have to be in that expansion all the time. None of us is. It is about being aware. And when we drop down into something else, to just go like, oh, that's where I'm at. Okay, how can I shift? And it happened to me today. I went skiing with my son, and it was a beautiful day, and it was magical. And I will share some pictures. And it was so beautiful, and I was so grateful. And not long into the day, like I'm on the lift going upward, and he wanted to go alone, so I was alone. And suddenly my mind started kicking in, and I started remembering some things that didn't make me really feel good. And there was no reason to hang out in these thoughts. And in that moment, I just noticed, I was like, whoa, wait a second, I'm here. This is the most beautiful day. And I'm thinking about these things which won't change a thing. And I could just move back into that high expansion in the present moment. It's all about bringing ourselves into that present moment, opening our hearts, expanding our hearts, and then we can receive the beauty again. I was there again with the trees full of snow and this beautiful white landscape and the lake that we can see from above and the sunshine and the clouds and everything. And so when we drop down, it's about bringing ourselves back. Part of that is really training our brain to think in new ways, because at the beginning of the feelings are always thoughts. It's our filters, our subconscious or conscious thoughts. Yes, and so it's a training, and it's also releasing old stories. Now, some of those old stories we'll be able to release through retraining our thoughts, through refocusing, through giving it another meaning. And some of them, in my experience, sorry, I hope you can hear me. Some of them, in my experience, are really, I'm not saying that they cannot be transmuted, but it really helps to go in and do a process. And there are processes where you can really release old beliefs and shift them. We can release old stories, old trauma, old experiences, and really have no charge anymore. Of course they happened, but you can think of them and they have no charge anymore. Okay, let me see. Hi Carolyn, sorry that I'm answering only now. Yeah, if you're here, please leave a comment, say hi, say where you're going in from. Yeah, I'm so happy you love that wisdom from the whales. Intention, 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 exactly. I find it amazing that it can help so quickly when we are in a great place. Loving the fact that now we can get back there so quickly too. Yes, isn't it amazing? It's really, yeah, thanks for mentioning that, because it's really unbelievable how quickly we get to heal or to shift. Like the energies that are here now, what used to take, I don't know how long to shift, and lots of kind of work as we perceive that. Now it can be shifted just in such incredible short ways and with so much grace and ease that it's really incredible. And I love that too. Yes, thank you for that. I absolutely love that. And I'm experiencing that over and over. And the more we're in our open hearts, right, the more that just goes so quickly. Yes, yes, yes. And so, what I wanted to share is, if you have any questions, by the way, please do comment or ask. Yeah, so good to see you too, Carolyn. It's so beautiful to have you here. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in. I will answer them. And I would like to share something, because I have received so much about exactly that there's new energy. We're here to create new earth, which is the spiritual expression for a world of peace, love, connection, cooperation, harmony, like cooperation with each other and Mother Earth, like this beautiful, beautiful heaven on earth. And we are here to create that. We are now in great times of change. And we're truly called into being in our center, in our expansion, and in that loving, peaceful, joyful, grateful state, and to truly release the old stories, the old paradigm, our old trauma, if there's anything left. We've all worked a lot, like all in this group have done their inner work, I'm sure. Still, if there's anything left, to keep on releasing, and it's going so quickly, as Carolyn has pointed out. It's like wow, 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 and it's so far quicker than before. It doesn't mean that I'm promising that you'll have, I don't know, you do one process and all your things are gone. I don't have that with myself, but when something comes up, it's far quicker than it used to be. And we're invited to release all that and to really step into that love, into that expansion, and to be able to hold that space. Like, in the end, it's going to be all day, all night. It's just who we become. And in order to support you to get there, I have created that new program called Birthing the New You. And in that program, we're really going to activate ourselves to the highest frequencies, to the highest thoughts, to the highest emotions. We will be also releasing self-sabotage, because I know that for many of us, especially if we are in that, we are these new earth leaders, we have that calling to contribute in greater ways. And then sometimes this little, my son calls it's the subconscious, Mom. Like, I can't do anything about it, it's my subconscious. And he's so right with it, right? So the subconscious blocks come up and they keep us from really stepping up or sharing our truth or being able to create what we want. So we're going to go through self-worth and self-love and self-care. And when we're talking about love, self-love is the foundation of love. There is no separation. So as long as we keep judgment around ourselves and our own actions, we're in judgment of somebody else, right? We're not with pure open hearts. So it's going to go into self-love, which is the foundation for the self-care and everything else. We're going to also do release work, but with me it's always like, there's not like suffering and diving into bad emotions and stuff like that. It's like acknowledging it, being present with it, releasing it, and activating to a higher state of consciousness, which also activates our DNA and everything on the way, of course. And so that's Birthing the New You. I will post the link. If you're interested, check that out. If your heart says yes, I'm so happy to see you there. And the second announcement that I have is that this Friday, January 22nd, I'm offering a free masterclass, Stepping into Your Purpose. And we're going to dive into what is your purpose, what's your highest purpose, how do you know that you're on your path, what it takes to keep that path. We are also going to start releasing things that are in the way. So you're going to get a small process that will help you start releasing already that which can sometimes block you. And I'll also cover the main blockages that I found for us who are way showers, new earth leaders, light workers, whatever you call yourself, whatever you resonate with. But for those of us who are having this calling in your heart to contribute in greater ways to your own life, to your family, and or to humanity. And so I'm inviting you to join that free masterclass. For those who haven't seen it yet, I will post that link also underneath this video, and you're most welcome to join. And I'm looking so much forward to sharing more about that. Yes, always challenges, says Carolyn. I'm just finding that we can be more present and observe what is happening. Yes, definitely. And presence and being in the moment is actually when we can do that from the heart and from love. It is truly shining the light of consciousness and of love, which allows all of that to melt into love and to just transmute, literally transmute. Yes. Loving that you're speaking your truth, sister. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Ooh, thank you so much. Yes. It's taken me a while, It's also something that we're all moving through on that path. It's like speaking our truth, and what does it really mean, and how do I do that? And I guess we'll cover a little bit of that as well in the masterclass. Yes, looking so forward to it. Okay, if anyone would like to say hi or has a comment or a question to share, feel free to do so. And I'm looking so much forward to seeing you in the course Birthing the New You. By the way, if you haven't seen this video from the beginning, I believe it's really a treat to watch it from the beginning. I'm sharing whale wisdom. I'm sharing a lot of what the whales have communicated to me lately. And it's really beautiful. I love it. And so, looking forward to it too, Carolyn. And so if you like that, if you haven't seen my post, go back to the beginning and watch this video from the beginning. And looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye, and have a beautiful day, morning, evening, wherever you are. Bye bye.